Hello and welcome to the Sunflower Show. Today it is time for once again Yui and Friends. Thank you for waiting. Hello Legend. Hello Jet6. Hello Zhiming, if I'm not wrong. Hello DGO. Requiem. Hello Ken. Hello Black Cat. Hello Nathan. Good evening. Today I have with me a very special guest. We have this special guest is called Jay. Jay is an art director and also the creator of IP Monkedo. Say hi, Jay. Hello.
Everyone. Can hear me?
Can.
Hello. Yeah, a very
Homie.
good evening to everyone. So I'm JE. I'm the creator of Monkedo and also a freelance art director. Yeah.
Yes. And as you can see, you today have a very special T-shirt. And if you notice, oh, why you laugh? If you notice, I'm going up a bit so you can see the full T-shirt. Yes, if you notice, this is actually Jay's art
Yeah.
from the world of Monkedo, right? It's from your Monkedo
Yes,
IP.
correct.
Before we start off, can you tell us a little bit more about Monkedo?
All right. So Monkedo is actually a IP that I created. IP means that like intellectual property, but mostly I was like referring to the characters and the comics original work of mine. So I do have like web comics on the social media platform like Facebook and Instagram, and also please do follow me on the platform, and Yui will also attach like the links and to everyone.
The
Yeah.
links are already in the description actually.
All right.
You can check it out. Do follow Jay on her Instagram and Facebook. It's for your Monkedo, right? It's for your IP Monkedo, correct?
Yes,
Actually,
correct.
we were. Oh, wait. Before we start off, let me have a little bit of disclaimer. For this show, whichever that we talk, do take it with a grain as usual. And also another thing, we will be responding to the chat a little bit late. If you have any question, you could write it down, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. That's right. And also
Yes.
another thing, do stay tuned to the end of the stream because this T-shirt asset will be given away. So yeah, excited?
Yay! Thank
Yay!
you. It's very excited for me to see like my art on your shirts. It's like kind of like exciting. And I really personally really love this art very much. So it's very great to see it on like the virtual world.
Yeah. I actually felt really cool in this shirt. I'm not sure why. I had a little photo
There's like
shoot.
a black color version of it, right?
Yeah. There is a black version as well as a white version. I'm wearing the white version right now because I like it more. I like both. So, all right, let's get into today's topic. And yes, Legion, thank you for correcting. It's Hong Ming. I read wrong. Yes, I read the Chinese word wrong. Hello, Code Ito. Welcome. And we will start with today's question. I think you mentioned about Monkedo. Monkedo, I know that it's your IP. I think one of the biggest charm for myself, I've followed some of Monkedo's work, your work on Monkedo, and then I really like the fact that the storyline's really interesting. It's about being an intern in a company that's in hell. So
Yes.
so the characters are really interesting. Let's check out the characters as well. We actually have the characters. Yeah, you can see it over there. So can you introduce some of the characters to us?
Yeah, sure, no problem. So, as you say, it's actually a story about an intern went into a company for his internship, and he went into it like knowing nothing to start learning with all the seniors and everyone. So the main character, which is the hero of the story, will be Soso, this character. And he's actually a sausage goblin. It's kind of like funny. It's like a cheese sausage or whatever.
Wait, it's a cheese sausage?
He is a cheese sausage.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when I created all these monsters, I just came out of nowhere. I just start to put up all the random things and make it into like the monsters. So you can see there's like a bunny here, it's like a wolf here, it's like a mochi here or whatever. So it's just like a cheese sausage. Yes, correct.
Let's see your other characters as well.
Yeah.
So they are all food as well. They're not just little
kind of like
demon.
food and animals.
Food and animals. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is actually a character. No, an animal is called Wawa Yu, but I'm not really sure what
Wawa?
is it in English.
Oh, wait.
Wawa
Wawa. Wawa what?
Yu.
Wawa you. Wawa
Yeah,
you. Let's go ask Chat GPT. No, I'm gonna just
let's go ask
Wawa.
ChatGPT. All
Wait,
right.
what is Wawa you? Wawa
I think
you.
it's kind of like aqua animals, but
Okay.
I just don't. Yeah,
It's the Chinese giant salamander.
I just correct salamander.
Yeah, it's a salamander. It's a salamander.
Yeah, correct. So
Wait.
I was inspired by that. Yeah. And
Oh.
then she is like kind of like the bad temper kind of character. So I just made a small little Tinder on her head and then changed the Tinder to Tinda, which is her name. So she's
Ah.
kind of like the manager of the office. So she's kind of like managing everything, being the small boss, the team leader, and just trying to pressure the intern as well. Because
Okay.
this also keep getting bullies from like all these seniors, but it's not the real bullies. Like it's just like it's very harsh to work in a company. So that would be the character workaholic.
Is there a lot of company politics in this story?
Yeah, it's kind of, but it's not that dark. I just wanted it to be more light-hearted and humor, so it's not really that dark lah. Maybe I will add on a villain in future. Not sure about that. Maybe it's the big boss or whatever. But they are kind of like the best working buddies. It's like colleagues. They are also friends, so they also hang out after works. So it's kind of like the stories.
That does sound cute. That does sound cute. What about this character? I think this character is probably my own personal favorite one, with like three different personality on one character sort of character.
Yes, correct. So he's like the how do I say 月光族 is like
he spends all.
Yeah, he's like spending all the money on the second day of the payday.
Oh,
so I
no.
picture him as a very poor character, but he just enjoy his lifestyle a lot. So he's like spending money on Gundams, on like
Oh
toys.
my gosh, this is so relatable.
You see yourself in it?
Yeah, I do.
And then, yeah, the thing is they have like three personalities in it. So they are kind of like regretting spending money, but also like, oh, it's okay, it's no worries. But the next day it will be like, oh, I regret it again. So it's kind of like that.
Sounds like a really interesting character.
Yes.
Let's go on to the next one. I think we got 5 characters that we're gonna be introducing before we go into other questions.
Yeah. I
Alright,
just get it very. Yeah,
Oh,
Mostly
this-
is kind of like the most lucky kind of people because he
Oh.
knows what he wants to do. So he's like very straightforward. He's like very direct, and yeah, he's also very sleepy. So kind of like sleeping in the office, but he actually get all his work done. So I do have like
wow.
inspiration. Yeah, inspiration
Wait,
from the
for
people
for
around.
Wolfie, I have a question. Is
Yeah.
Wolfie a wolf or a rabbit?
Yes. No, it's actually a wolf,
It's a wolf.
But
All right.
but it's just too cute, right?
Yes, it's too cute. Then I'm like, wolf? But it looks,
Oh my
it looks
God.
like a rabbit though.
No, we do have like the rabbits at the next slide, I believe.
Oh. This is
Yeah,
the rabbit? Wait.
Yeah, he's the rabbit. It's
Okay,
actually
okay.
bunny. So it's like
Ah.
bunny, kind of like bunny. Yeah. So he's actually a foodie. It's like a big eater. So he's the guy who keeps thinking about the lunch, whenever the first clock that he went into the office. So it's kind of like it's more like just thinking about food constantly.
Yeah, food
Yeah.
is important after all.
Yes. After lunch is tea time. After tea time is
Yum
snacks.
cha lo.
Yeah, afterwards, yeah, yum cha lo. So he's the one who always like call everyone, yum cha lo, let's go eat something, let's go drink something. Yeah, he's kind of like the fun character.
Oh, this. Oh, I gotta say, you got a series of really adorable characters. But I got a question for you. As the creator, do you have a favorite character?
I can say that it's So the main character.
So
because,
is your favorite. All right.
yeah, because everything just evolves around him and he got so many potential and doing so many things wrongly. So I really like to write about like the very hilarious story of him. Yeah.
I see, I
I think
see.
he's kind of like clumsy. I see myself in him lah, like the new piece in the workspace, in the workforce. So yeah.
I see, I see. So you like Soso the best because you really relate to him.
Yeah, I
Am I
see
right?
myself in him the most lah. But actually, like all these characters are inspired by the people around me, so it's kind of like relatable as well. So it's just have like 2, 3 friends mixed together, and then I create one character based on them.
Oh, but I do see the charm of your characters, definitely. All right, let's move on to the next topic. So we now know what Monkey Dough is all about, and now we're gonna go back into a main question, which is you mentioned that Monkey Dough is an IP. So what is an IP and what does an IP creator do? Because when I introduced you, JE, you're an art director and also the creator of an IP, which is Monkey Dough. What would you call it? Like what is it to you?
So IP is actually referring to intellectual property. It's kind of like the very difficult words for like it's very heavy. It's not very artsy. But normally it's very kind of widely used in the world. It's kind of like the law, the thing, the intellectual property to protect your works. It's not only applied on art, maybe it's also like, for example, Thomas Edison, he got his like bulb.
Yes,
So
yes,
there's
yes.
also his IP, so his intellectual property.
So
He
so
got the
like
right.
recipes as well. I
Yeah,
mean
it's kind of
recipe
like
courses.
Yes. So it's like
Oh.
Coca-Cola recipe, so they do have
True,
the
true,
right
true.
to protect it, right? So
True,
I just throw out some example for it, but
Yep,
the
yep, yep.
IP that we are talking here is actually talking about the characters and the original work of the creator. So basically, Monkey Dough, as you can see, we have like a lot of like merch, we have like a lot of visuals, characters. So we do use all this character and put it into like we do copywriting them, we do trademarks for the characters, the logos and everything, so that we can protect the exclusive right of the creator, which is me, to use or distribute, to reproduce, to make toys and everything. So that's the rights of me to use the character. And then
is this sort of like I remember the last time we had in Malaysia the Doraemon fair, so those people bought the rights from Doraemon to have their fair sort of thing.
Correct. So you can see in like 7-Elevens, they do have a lot of packaging that do have like Doraemons on it, Crayons in Chan on it, and even Hello Kitty on it. But they are actually licensing from the original company, which is like maybe for Hello Kitty is Sanrio, the origin company is from Japan. So they just bought the license, they just get the licensing from them, and then they just put it on their packaging. But it's very limited, like it depends on how the contract go. You cannot use like every character of it. You can only use like specific. So it protects the right of the company Sanrio to prevent people to use their character or comic without permission.
But when we talk about this, I think one of the things that just came to my mind is that what about I mean nowadays in a lot of anime convention we are seeing a lot of doujinshi like remakes of those IP. I'm not too sure if some of them I'm not too sure whether they took the IP from what are your thoughts as a creator about this type of thing? Yeah, that's the question I want to ask.
Basically doujin is kind of like popular in like the anime kind of thing. Actually there is like a lot of people who keeps creating fan art, but as long as first they don't profit from it, second, they don't profit too much from it. It's not a mass produce.
So it's more towards the scale of production?
Yeah, the scale of it. So for example, if I produce a Super Mario toys in like 100,000 and I get profits of like the millions profit, then I think supposedly Nintendo will sue me for the thing. If I just create like maybe one piece of it in like my own creation, I don't think they will like put a lot of efforts to be suing me. But of course, it's not so good to do that lah. But in another way, fan art is also one of the way that you can make the exposure for the original artwork. So I think that is still okay, as long as you don't get profit or you get a very little profit from it. Yeah.
But here religion is saying that so it's dependent on profit.
It's kind of dependent on like profit and exposure, I
Yeah,
can say.
but
Yeah,
for my thoughts, but I feel like creating fan art like doujinshi is always a way that people show their love for a certain IP. But
yes.
true, there are times that they would profit out of it, and I think there is like a thin line sort of thing. Depends on the creator whether they mind it. I think one of the thing is definitely like singing song covers, which is very commonly done as well. So
Yes.
That's a good question, right?
Yeah, that's a very
Yeah,
good question. But actually, I suddenly remember one thing. It's Dragon Ball.
Oh, Dragon
And
Ball.
Yeah, my dad is a fan of Dragon Ball, but only I found out that Dragon Ball Z or something is actually fan made. But
Wait, what?
I was watching, right?
Wait, what?
You don't know, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's actually one series of Dragon Ball. It's actually fan art. It's not from the original creator, which shocks me a lot. But I don't think they get into like trouble for that. Wait, let me see.
Wait, you're checking now?
No, seriously, I was
Really?
so shocked because
Really?
it's not the original work.
Oh, but I'm assuming that it is as good as the original work. That's why it is shocking.
Sorry, it's Dragon Ball GT, I think.
TT. Oh, okay. That makes more sense because I remember Dragon Ball Z. It should be the, but I can imagine because sometimes, we would be
it's 3T.
3T. Okay. I've not heard of a fan made.
But it's actually so many episodes though. I'm watching it since I was a child, so it was very shockingly for me that it's not the original work, but it's so high quality though. But anyway,
Okay.
yeah,
We'll come back.
It just really depends on see how the company or the original creator wants to act on it. Like if they feel like it's no harm, then okay. If they feel like it's a harm thing for them, then they might be suing. So
that is true. But for suing, there is normally a lot of money, and then I don't know. I don't know how it works. Yeah, I'm not too sure how that works. But now we're talking about IP and what intellectual properties in particular. Actually, one of the things that I'm also thinking about is IPs that are already, what do you call it? They are already freeware. Is that the term? Freeware, openware, like IPs that have expired. Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's like over 60 years or over 60 years after.
Yeah, public domain. Yeah, that goes into the public domain. Yeah.
Correct. I think there is a such thing like that because as you can see, the Da Vinci and
but
Monet, the Van Gogh.
But actually, if it's like that, can other people just use it in a way?
Yeah, I think they can misuse it, but it's not for commercial purpose because I've actually looked up for they do have like the foundation for the artists. For example, Van Gogh Foundation.
Oh, how does that work? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, they're actually like non-profit organization. They're also providing like the licensing for the artists to use it commercially, but it has to be like the permission from them lah. So I'm not really sure how it works inside, but the piece owned by Van Gogh is actually like open source. You can recreate it, you can make it into your own creation, you can reuse the artwork, you can hang it on your wall like without getting into any troubles.
Yeah, but you cannot sell it. Can you sell it?
I'm not sure about that because there is no one to sue me as well.
Wait, are we getting sued right now? All right, let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next topic. But I think IP is sort of a really complicated topic. While we're at it, I think a lot of people are seeing the slides that are going on. If you want to check out all the shorts, it's actually on Monkeydo's social media accounts, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes,
you can read them. This t-shirt in particular that you see used to be sold as a real t-shirt, but now it is finished. So you guys can only get the digital version right now.
Monkeydo do have like different collaborations with like different people. So the shirt is one of the collaboration with Pancur from Taiwan. So they actually like produce the t-shirt for us and sell it for us.
Oh wow, I see. Oh, no wonder it looks like product of high quality. That sounded so weird for
Yeah,
me.
it does, but it's actually limited edition, so
Oh
it's not for
wow,
sale right now.
I
The
see.
only availability is on this Yui live stream. You can get the virtual one, black and white.
Yeah.
So
At the end
cool.
of stream. Yeah, agreed.
And
Oh,
alright.
Kwa Tiong Eng is saying that this
I got one of the shirt.
got one of the shirt. Awesome. Hello
Yeah, he
and
did
welcome.
visited us in like Nijigen, I believe.
You
Yeah,
always
but-
selling it at Nijiken, correct?
No, we don't sell it.
Eh?
Like he just wore it to the event, so I was
okay.
quite shocked, and yeah, I was so excited to see it in like physical that someone is wearing my work. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is always an honor for creator when you see your work.
Yes,
Like people
correct.
appreciating your work as well. For IP, actually, I got a lot of questions in my mind. For myself, probably, I sometimes feel like some companies, I wouldn't say which, when they are too strict on their IP control, it's sort of like, I mean, how to say it? Like in terms of music or maybe in terms of color or pattern wise, sometimes there is a limitation of how much variety there are that might be more likable by society. I'm always in a dilemma, like how much can we refer to and how much we can't, sort of thing. What are your thoughts about it? Because well, it's sort of stepping on other people's creation, but not really as well.
I can't really say it in like a very like conclusion way because it
your
really
point of
depends
view.
Yeah, because it really depends on the company what they wanted to take action on it. For example, if someone using Soso to recreate a fan art and sell it, if it didn't harm my brand at all, or not at all, like maybe it didn't harm my brand in a very big way, maybe I won't be like too over control about it. But the thing is, when I have this patterns which can give me a lot of profits, but someone else is using it, it means that it's really harming my intellectual property. So I think that I will take more strictly action from it. For example, maybe Vans checkerboard, it's actually not owned by them, but they actually do have like a bit of like, you know, their iconic kind of look.
It's the iconic
doesn't
look,
mean that we
thing.
cannot use that, but it's just like it didn't harm them in any way because Vans is already so big. But if the company do have like a very strong product, for example iPhone, you build iPhone in a very specific way, like you use this chip, you use that thing, and then when some company come out, they call themselves iPhone, and then they use the exactly same thing that will harm the iPhone company, then I think that one should be strict lah, like you know, the UI UX or even the materials and everything. So it's actually owned by the company, so no one can use it. So my personal thought is like it really depends on the company see it as a threat or not.
Whether it is a threat or not. Now I'm just thinking, if Yui had people drawing fan art of her, I actually don't mind. But if talking about if they sold fan art of Yui, I'm not sure, because I do see a lot of fan works of maybe like Hololive, Nijisanji. I think those are alright, but I guess mass production would be a big no-no, right?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That would sort of make sense. But I don't know, what do Kwachis and viewers think about this topic? Actually, would you? I don't know. We are always referring to nature, so yeah, I'm going off topic right now. I'm totally going off topic, right? Let's come back. Yeah, no lah. I feel like IP is such a what do you call it? Weight topic that is so relevant to us, especially now. We are in the age of we are in the age of what do you call it? We are in the age of media and entertainment and a lot of visual and information as well. And then
and especially the social media is kind of a very important role in our life. So everyone can actually get to know everything in a very fast way. It's not like the past, because in the past, when Disney released Mickey Mouse, then it's only Disney. But in this time, but we are like a bit. If I release a Monkido and then someone else release a Minkido, then I really cannot define that.
Yeah,
you know, right?
I don't know how. Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Right.
But from what I have known in terms of copyright, if I'm not wrong, that as long as you drew it, you are the one who made it, it's automatically copyrighted. It's just that whether you want to get the paperwork done or not, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yes.
But
yes, I think that mainly we will still need to register for the copywriting. For example, your products, the thing, especially the thing that you sell off lah.
So normally people will only purposely go and get it registered if they're planning to sell it, correct?
Yeah, maybe just like together with the characters, the gesture of the characters, because maybe, like for example, Mickey Mouse, they do have a lot of gestures just to prevent others from using it.
Hey, really?
Yes,
the
they have
gesture?
like a lot of it. Yeah,
so
even
that
some
they
company,
even.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, but
even
I think
some company, they register their name in different terms. For example, if like I just giving an example lah, but not
maybe
so like
iPhone.
Gucci, Gucci, they just go and register for Gucci, Giku, whatever lah. Just something very similar.
Okay. So they purposely what? Really?
Some big companies, they do have the fun to make that, and it's actually quite funny for me because like they just register every nonsense thing just to prevent others to pirate their artwork or whatever. Yeah.
But I think that one, we really need a lot of the 钞票 power, money power to be able to do that, right?
For all the IPs, copywriting, trademark, my advice is seek for lawyer, like consultant and everything. Just leave it to like the professional, and they will like make, they will help you on all the trademarks. Like if you need
the
this,
power
then
of
they will
money.
also yes, correct.
Still.
Yeah.
So I'm like thinking, IP is such a complicated topic. We'll come back to here a little bit more because I want to ask a little bit more about Monkido first. Like, where's your inspiration for your characters and your this particular IP before we come back to talking about IP, because I really want to know your thoughts about the current situation, which is AI in AI IP, and how do you think it will impact the whole situation? Yeah.
So is it like the inspiration first or the AI?
Inspirations first. Let's talk about Monkido first. Let's come back down. Let's calm ourselves. Let's put the power of money to the side.
So originally I was really into like anime art. So I used to draw like all the very beautiful girls or even like the beautiful boys in anime styles, because I'm a very big fan of it. But eventually I just changed my styles to like very cute, which is a big changes for me. It was happened when I moved back to my hometown when I was like 15, because I have a very huge age gap with my little brother. So he's like 9 years younger than me. So he used to watch like all these cartoons in the house, and I just tend to get to watch together with him. And at that time, I just watched a lot of like animation from Cartoon Network. It's like Adventure Time, the Amazing World of Gumball, Steven Universe. So I'm really into all the all the story, the plot in it. Yeah. So as you can see here, it's actually the artwork of the Amazing World of Gumball. So I just tried to create something similar to them instead of like just drawing realistic character or anime character. So I just wanted to come up with like a bunch of cute characters that can come up with a story together. And I'm really engaged with their stories, because the stories is talking about the family, like the brothers and the school life. So it's kind of like a daily
relatable. Sorry.
Yes, very relatable. It's kind of funny, but it's also has two perspectives for kids and adults, because that time when I was watching, I was already like 16, 17 years old. So I know something about like, the dark side, the humor, the inner
That
joke.
humor.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
got it.
actually, yeah, the animation is created by adults, so they will put a lot of like inner jokes in it, but the children just don't get it. My brother just don't get it. So I feel it's very funny that we have like two perspectives watching one TV series. That's why I created like the how to say, a universe of monster kiddo that runs around in hell. So I wanted to write about like the character who explore around the workforce. Because I was an art student, I graduated from design, and I'm really anxious about getting a job. Like I very it's anxiety, and then I don't want to graduate at all because I feel like it's very stressful for me to get a job.
Wait, why?
No, because I'm not sure why. Maybe I'm just too comfortable to be a student. So
was Dasein a good school though? Would you suggest like people who want to like go into the art industry to go into design?
Yeah, you can consider. Design is kind of like freely lah, because we do have like at the end of the semester we have like two different paths, which is one is CG, like game art, like what Pink Tuna mentioned, and then another part will be contemporary art. It's basically you just come out with the whole concept of your illustration. Yeah, that's why I choose to the direction of contemporary art, and then I came up with like the whole story of the internship in hell and whatever.
While we're at this, I sort of can see the inspiration you took from the Cartoon Network Gumball, etc. But I'm wondering, for your Monkido IP, like your character or your worldview for Monkido, did you come up with like the world first or the characters first?
It's actually character first.
Oh,
because
okay.
like what I say is like I feel very anxious about getting into adulthood, right?
Okay.
I just picture myself as So, which is the main hero of the story. I just started it with like a very dumb decision of creating this character first. Then only I came up with like the whole universe, because I was really into like Chinese element as well as a Chinese. So I do have like a book in my hometown, which is 18 It's like the 18th floor of hell.
Yeah, the 18 levels of hell.
18 levels of hell. It's very terrified, but I just wanted to create like very cute character, recreate it in a very cute character so people can, how do I say, not so terrified by it lah. So I can say that originally I created a lot of story of like reincarnation, like how the souls go back into the hell, and then here is the worker who helped them to go through everything and then go for reincarnation. So that's the origin story of the Monkido. It's not Monkido yet lah. It's like my final year project.
So you actually created this character during your studies for your final year project?
Correct. Yes, correct. Yeah, for my final year project, I do have like a series of toy for the characters, and I do have like a handbook of the hell.
I think it's this, right? Is this visual?
Yes, correct. And then I also created some of the packaging, like the left bottom is actually a packaging for 茶叶,
it's tea.
Yes,
tea leaves.
It's tea. And
tea leaves.
Yeah, and then I do have like the different kind of concepts playing around. So I just intentionally wanted to do it as my final year project. I didn't think that it can go so far away from it. So yeah, I'm really grateful of like my lecturer who guided me through all this, and you can see the colors are already there. It's the Monkido color.
Yeah, that's true. I can see from the top right image. Yeah, I'm enlarge it. It's blocking me a bit, but you can already see the resemblance from here.
Yes.
Well, I gotta say, you got a really good lecturer that allows you guys to do this. I'm wondering, is there any art student in the chat right now? Like have you guys?
One fun fact of my lecturer is she is actually graduated from like England. So she actually knows that at England, they do have a lot of freedom for their students to create whatever they want, because we don't have a guidelines for student, right? Yeah, but normally school will be telling you that some kind of art will be better for you to make living from. Like, but that's what the school wanted to have their student get a job right after their graduate. But my lecturer have like a different perspective of it. She's just like trying to guide us, trying to get the whole thing done, and she got the idea from what she studied in England. It's like the freedom of creating art. So that's why I'm also like very grateful of having the opportunity to create the toys, the everything, the small little ideas in it. Even, sometimes the hell is kind of like pantang for
it is
pantang for a lot. Yeah, but she eventually say no one does this before, so you may try. So I was really surprised that she gave me the.
Okay, now I'm gonna go into a little bit of as a person who graduated from art school. I'm asking it from the perspective that I myself is a self-learned 3D modeler. So would you suggest people who want to be artists to go to art school?
A good question.
This is like I asked this to Julia as well, like the previous Yui and Friends guest as well as Tixit. So I'm pretty curious
what answer again? Can I copy?
No, okay, no. What are your thoughts? Would you suggest that it's better? Would you say?
If you are talking about better, maybe from my personal opinion, yes, because I went to school. Right? Yeah. But I don't think that you can define a good artist. So it really depends on like how you see art, right? And some of the best artists that I admire a lot is actually self-taught.
Wow.
So, for example, Huang Guangjian from China. I'm not really sure what's his English name.
We shall go with Huang Guangjian.
It's actually great. After graduated, his mom just asked him to become a accountant. So he just become an accountant.
Wait, he's an accountant artist?
I think so. And like for Ranja, also from China, because he came to Malaysia before, so I went to his workshop. He told me that his mom also actually asked him to become a security guard.
Wait, security guard? Wow.
Yes, because in China, I think security guard is kind of like a very stable income, a very kind of like
it's a stable job.
So and then
You're
afterwards,
confused.
he just like.
So am I. So am I.
But he's really good at drawing that and making from it. So I can say that it's not that necessary for you to go into school. But if I say maybe school will give you a more systematic learning instead of like just going here and going there, learning like a headless person. So I feel like school is kind of, they have the syllabus of it. But the one thing, the disadvantage is school will system you down. It's kind of like you get what
it's like pro and con. So if I were to re-say from your point of view, I will tell you my point of view later. So it's good to go to school because you get a systematic learning. However, because of the systematic learning, you sort of lock your creativity. Can I say like that?
Kind of. Yeah. Just phrase it better. Yeah. I'm not really sure how I phrase it, but just,
no. I got what you meant.
Yeah, you get it right.
For my personal view, I feel if you for art school wise in specific, I kind of agree. I listened to a podcast from a Blender teacher. So a Blender teacher. So he's like the tutorial guy. So I sort of agree when they mentioned that if you know exactly what you want to study, you have researched the school and they can teach you exactly what you want, then it's good to go and study at that art school. But if you don't know what you want, then it's better to sort of seek out what you want first before you go to art college. At least that's my personal feeling about it, because I think art school is really expensive.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
kind of
really
like for design,
expensive.
it's still okay lah. Like in
Okay,
Malaysia,
okay
design
lah.
is still, yeah.
Yeah, but still, it's like, how to say? I don't know, because I personally am self-learned. I agree with you a lot about systematic learning, because I felt
Mm-mm.
like a what do you call it, a blind chicken. I'm just
Mm-mm.
looking for information everywhere, and I think the best part about having teacher is that at least they can tell you if it might work or it might not, because
Yeah,
they
the
have a
thing
little
is
bit
you
more
don't,
experience.
yeah, you don't see them as your teacher in art school. You see them
Oh,
as your client.
oh,
From my
that's
point of view,
that's a
because
great way of saying it.
yeah, because actually normally when you go into art school, you
Mhm.
eventually will bump into a semester or even a course that you don't really like it.
Huh?
Yeah, for me is maybe sketching. I don't really like it. But the thing
Okay.
is, the teacher, the lecturer already have a standard for the sketching, the assignments and everything. So I would say just treat your lecturer as your client. It really trains you to work with like the clients instead of work on yourself, because when you already know what you want to do, what you want to become as an artist, you can actually just become a fine art artist. But when you went into school, there's like another challenge thing is you have a client now. Every time you
Oh.
learn, your marks is really depends on your client expectation. Maybe I think A is cute.
that-
Okay, maybe I think the Amazing World of Gumball is cute. Monkey
Uh-huh.
is cute. But my lecturer will be like, so cute, so simple. I want to do like complicated sketches like Da Vinci. You cannot give me that thing. You sketch me a so-so with a shadow. That's so funny. Yeah, that's the expectation from your clients, I can say. Yeah, so just treat them as your client. That trains you a lot in passing your work to client, I can say.
Oh, that is definitely a really new view for me, because I have never thought about looking at my lecturers as clients rather than teachers. Like they
Yeah,
should
it's actually
help
just the
me.
same.
Sorry, the
Yeah,
thing.
they will pass you the brief and
Mhm.
they will collect the work in progress from you, and
Uh-huh.
eventually you just pass up the final artwork to them. So they are just
Ah.
clients, right? And they have
Oh.
expectation on your work. They have like guideline on your work. It's not like
Mm.
you can freely done it,
Ah,
right?
that's
you want
true.
to, I wanted to do anime art, but the lecturer will be like, I will need a realistic head sketching. Yeah. So what do you do? Right?
You follow the
Perfect.
lecture. Yeah.
Yeah,
that
you
is
have
true.
to treat the client right.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Okay. Okay. We're gonna have a short break right now. If anybody in the chat, any of the Kwachi have any question, now is the time. Do you have any question in regards to what IP is? What do you think about art school? You can let us know right now. Let me go through the chat for a little bit, and then let's greet all those who just came in. Hello, Sefetan. Yeah. Hello, YKY. Hello, Sunan Gaga. Welcome. And currently we are on the topic about IP. Oh, IP, I feel I'm still really confused about IP. I'm gonna say, like, honest speaking.
Actually, me too, because IP is a lot of things.
It's so broad.
It's so broad, it cannot be in one conclusion. But eventually,
True.
I just wanted to say that IP from my side is kind of like the original work that you created and you wanted to protect it. It's not art. IP, I don't refer to art, it's kind of like refer to the law of it.
So it's more
The
like IP is more of a rights to something that helps you make money. Can I say it like that?
Yes,
Possible.
to secure your
your rights. Your rights of
Yeah,
creations. So that it
for
makes
example,
it.
for example, you buy a computer, maybe you want to add an insurance warranty for it. So that's the IP thing to do lah, I think lah. Yeah.
Sorta. All right. We got a few comments in the chat. Let's check it out. The biggest issue when the client don't know what they really want. Would you say that is it? I would agree. Jinx.
I just gonna but I think that it's our job to figure out what clients really want. I can say I put the responsibility to myself instead of like
really.
Yeah, because sometimes it's really hard to read their mind, but when you just have to do a lot of assignments for for the client. For example, a client approach you. They are like, I want a mural 2 meter long. That's all. And then they didn't give me any brief. So I have to search up their company, see what's their company acts like. Yeah, see how the overall the brand is. So, and then I just propose something to them, maybe 2 options, and then they choose within it. So the thing is, I think it's my responsibility to
Really?
to read their mind.
I agree with Legend though. I really agree with Legend. Client final decision is your first version. That's why I save every single version I made and showed.
No, because I tend to get that as well. Like the final decision.
Yeah, have to save every single version of it. YKY is saying that for him it's just want to enjoy this last moment of holiday before start new sem. I see. But
enjoy.
Akaray an and then Oh wow, Chunan is saying that impressed for someone who can create own IP during university. Don't feel my university work so impactful. Yeah, true. I also went through university, so I sort of kind of get it. I feel like I learned a lot of knowledge, but in terms of application, I don't really have anything that is direct from there. I feel.
I see. I'm actually quite active during my college time because I'm the one who cannot just sit still. So other than that, I actually went around for like art market. I do my own merchandises, even though that time,
you're already doing your own merchandises when you were in university.
I wasn't doing IP, so I was just doing a bit of fan art or maybe some random cat pin or whatever. Try to work around with it. I think that this kind of experience actually gave me a lot of possibilities that I can explore with. So I think my tips is just to try a lot.
Try a lot. Yeah, try a lot. I don't know. I said just do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
True.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that if any other student is so free as me. I don't know. I just also went to like some freelance work that I teach at Salmon University.
Wow.
So they actually have an art and craft club. So I just then like become their kind of like the tuition teacher on sketching. So I just try to improve myself from that. Yeah.
Wow. I gotta say, I would agree that artist life is hard.
Correct.
So yeah. I am mind boiling right now. But yeah.
Why?
No, it's like, oh wow. I feel like university time has been like really hectic. There's not much time to do much, but I can see from your side that you really put in a lot of time to do extra stuff as well to enhance your knowledge, your experience, and then from there you slowly developed it into what you have right now, which is so impressive. I feel. Yeah.
You know why? Because Asian is very kiasuan.
Is it about being Asian? Okay.
I don't know.
Akatsuki and then awesome na. Welcome. Tunan is saying that only seriously learning about illustration after uni. Wow. Probably I think mindset is so important right now. I feel like the main difference probably for JE compared to a lot of us like me is that we didn't view.
There's like a lot of young artists who started their art career on the age of 9, even earlier.
Wait, what?
So that's correct.
Really?
You just cannot compare. Yeah, we are walking different paths.
But I think
I don't think that.
But I think rather than saying walking different path, I'm thinking about we have different mindset. When we were at that point, probably for you would look at your lecturer like they are your clients. So you need to satisfy your clients, or right? I mean that's what we all do right now.
I don't think my classmate thinks of
that. I think most people would just be like, I just need to pass it. Figure out how to pass, but they don't think about like what does the teacher want from this particular thing. I think we are getting a lot of very good mindset that we can have, especially if we are still studying or like especially if you want to be an artist,
Yeah,
this is a good way
correct.
to think about it.
No,
And
yeah, you can also think it in a very different perspective lah, not
yeah.
only guidance lah, but I think it's about mindset. Yes, correct.
Yes. And then I feel like you were really clear on your direction. Even though your direction was that you don't want to graduate, you wanted to enjoy your school life more, but you had a clear direction that you sort of want to do something for yourself. Is that why you created your own IP? I think that is like a question that is I'm turning like a big round and asking you the question.
I think it's okay. To be honest, Monkeydo is already on and off for like 2 years.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
I was doing it part time for the past 2 years. Yes, I was just trying to balance it with my full time job because I had a full time job before. And yeah, I just get to illustrate and do any art after work, but it was so exhausting for me. So I tried my best to use all my time for this, but it just didn't work well for me, like in the beginning. So I feel like it's not always motivated for me to create my own IP. Sometimes I feel like, is this really working? But
But
yeah,
this is
eventually-
something that is yours though. I feel that is
Yes.
always gonna be like, well, I mean, for creators, we are trying to achieve something that we hope is sort of ours. Well,
yes,
could be very
correct.
inspired by a lot of things, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
so yeah, the what calls what? There's like a phrase in Chinese. It's like 叫醒我的不是闹钟是梦想. I'm not sure how to translate it.
One more time.
Like
叫醒我的谁? Can. Actually, a lot of our viewer knows Mandarin. 阿正, good
Okay,
morning. One more time. 叫醒我的谁?
no, it's like the one who wakes me up is not the alarm. It's my passion.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's kind of that thing, yeah. Oh, it's kind of like cocky right now, but anyway, but that's the
Well, I
yeah.
don't think it's cocky though. It's really a different sort of mindset that I feel a lot of Malaysian can have. A lot of Malaysian can have. We are so used to being spoon fed. I would say our education system is already like that, especially because I'm also now a trainer for a plastic model club in school. I gotta say, working with the kids sort of make me see like what sort of education we're in right now, and then how we are being trained. Oh, Legend wrote out what you just said. 叫醒我的闹钟是梦想. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna pin that out, man. That is like a quote for all of us. The thing that wakes us up in the morning is not anything but our dream. Wow.
Yeah, but it's really hard for you to like keep going because sometimes the things that doesn't goes like what you think,
Well,
and
it's
sometimes
not
you know,
gonna appear just
as you
like
say
that.
spoon fed. Yeah, as you say spoon fed, maybe sometimes we are too comfortable in our zone. So for me, it's
True.
just keep learning. Yeah, because to be honest, when I was in school, we had like 0 courses or any courses that talks about law and IP.
Yes.
On how to protect your works, right?
Yes.
So,
we don't know how to
that's one of
protect
the
all our stuff,
issue.
to be honest.
Correct. That's one of the issue that I'm very curious about. That's why after graduate, I just start to dig in the IP thing, and my partner Zhang, he also approached to me like talking about this thing, so I get more knowledge about that. But just the most important is just keep learning, like especially the things that you don't know or like you didn't get it from like the universities.
Yeah. And I think this I will call it the University of Hard Knock or reality. Yeah, University of Reality, because I feel
I think it's kind of normal for like Malaysia.
Yeah.
Because in our primary or secondary school, they don't tell us how
we
to
don't
earn money as
know.
well.
We don't know
Right?
about all of this type of thing. It's like we don't know how to
Yes.
protect like our art, our creation as well sometimes.
True.
But-
True.
But I think we are also in a generation that there is so many things out there. I sort of relate to the song, one of the song that says it have a lyrics. It's Chinese song. It had a lyrics that says everything I want to do, someone else has done it. Sometimes I feel like we are
Yes.
in an era that is sort of like that.
Mm, correct. Especially the social media is so easily
Yes,
accessible
yes.
for everyone. Yeah, that gives us the opportunity to push our
Mm,
work, but also will make us like drown in the crowd or whatever. So
mm.
yeah. Mm.
Oh, but actually, side question. Actually, can I say that Monkeydo is now 2 years old?
Yeah, you can say that.
Oh, okay,
Actually,
okay.
2 years and more than that lah,
Ah,
but
two
it's
two
on and
plus
off
plus
lah.
years old. Two plus
Yeah, it's
years
on.
old.
So
Oh,
2 years sounds kind of long, but it's actually feel like still a little baby for me because I only started like full time on it. So I was trying to rebrand everything. It's not a rebrand, like, it's like trying to compile everything, make it into a more complete kind of like IPs. Yeah, so
understand.
still in
Must
the
be a lot of challenge, I gotta say. Yeah, it's a lot of
true,
challenge.
true in the path of learning. So
Yes,
not an
yes.
expert, so just still a humble learner. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna go on to the next topic. This was my
Okay, let's
personal
go.
thought when I spoke to you the last time. I think one of the things that I feel is also Monkeydo's biggest charm is the color. Actually, how do you work like on what type of color? I think that is for myself is like my favorite colors. I'm gonna use it everywhere, sort of thing. But what about you? Like what? How do you go about it? Actually, I'm pretty curious about it.
Yeah, I do have like experiences as an art director. So mainly I will deal with like different clients and they do have like different needs. Maybe some of them are doing clothing, maybe some of them are doing wine, and some of them are doing like food and beverage or whatever lah. So they do have like different colors to their campaign or key visuals. So that's where I started to more like have an idea of the importance of the color. Yeah, because color really can impact a lot of people in like different ways. So as you can see here, the JPEG attached here is actually my final year work. It's kind of like my student work.
Okay.
Yeah, I already started doing like the color testing while I was a student. I feel like it's kind of like important to play around with it. So it's like get a lot of references, not only just one and two pictures. I think I would just get like 10 to 30 kind of like
Wow.
different pictures just to get the feelings that I like the most.
Oh wow, I gotta say
Yeah.
one of the things that I feel so impressed about you is that because you of your mindset that you view your teachers as your client, the way you do things is no longer like just doing it for the sake of doing it. You're doing it like for the sake of getting the best result out of it. But because
Yes.
of that mindset, that you have picked up a lot of really good habits. I would say really good habits that help you create what you create right now, which is very very impressive.
Yeah, I think the most important habits that I developed from my previous work is actually references. Like the habit is very, very important because normally people would think about references like, am I stealing someone's work?
Yeah,
or
am I
like,
stealing?
am I doing like something very sus or what? But no, references is actually helping you to get more possibilities and get you more ideas on what you want to work on. So I feel like references is kind of important.
But yeah, but how do you balance like if you get so many references? How do you balance out like how to create like something that's original for you rather than being too, how to say, influenced by the reference? Let's say.
Mainly, I will just separate all the references into 3 categories, which is the real life references.
Right
For
notes.
example, I wanted to draw a buildings. I will need a real life pictures, right? It's not only the illustration. And
true.
the second category will be the art styles. It's kind of like the art styles that I wanted to achieve. And then the third one will be the color scheme or the mood that I'm going to. It's not only the colors that I'm taking, like colors is a very important thing, but it's not the most important lah. So I would like say that the mood and the whole overall feelings will be my third category. So I just separate into third categories. It's kind of like cut and paste from it. I don't say it's because I don't think personally, I don't think art will be very original. But when you come out with your own thoughts, that is original. It's kind of like complicated lah, but
Yeah, a little bit complicated. A little bit complicated. I feel like from but let's talk a little bit about like your color testing over here. It looks like it was this like a color test that you did for your final project for Monkido. So
it's not Monkido yet lah, but
it's not Monkido, but like it's like the before it became Monkido sort of process. I feel like a lot of the what do you call it, the art style really reminds me of the yokai, Japanese yokai art style. Was it very influenced by that? And then but I don't know how it transformed into what it is now. But yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about that? What were you thinking?
Yeah, originally I was thinking about creating a very hell kind of scene. So I was working with a lot of how to say, darker colors or even red, bright red. I can come up with like more of the terrifying kind of feelings of the hell. And I also did some like trying on the retro color, for example, the right upper blue.
The blue color one with like faded blue.
Color, right? Yeah, there will be a bit more of like the retro kind of like screen printing effects and this and that. So I was actually like trying to come up with like these two themes, but eventually I find that the dark part was too serious for the character, because my character is like so dumb and cute, but why do I want to use like dark color, right? Yeah, and the retro one, I'm kind of feeling it, but the color scheme is not it. That's why I come up with like the second roll. It's kind of like popping up. So it's kind of like, you know, you can eventually see a bit of the color of Monkido in it already.
True.
And then when I was in my final year project, it's kind of like a very hell kind of feeling. But afterwards, when I rebrand it to like Monster Kido, I wanted it to be more light, refreshing, and easy for people to remember as well, and also easy for them to watch and like react to afterwards, because I was talking about the story of working, right? So I feel like there is a lot of people who stress from work, or they have a lot of complaints to work. So I wanted to illustrate.
From Sanrio.
Yeah, later the boss will hear what.
True.
Anyway, I just wanted to draw all this very hilarious and very stupid kind of story, I can say. For example, how do I decide for lunch? This kind of like story, I cannot use a very dark color or even a very, a moody color for it. I'm just so feeling. Yes, that's why I just started to make the yellow more mustard, making the pink color more let's say pastel. Yeah.
And then even the red color is not like a sharp red. I noticed that you chose like a more milder red. Can I say it like that?
I can say it's kind of like the orangey red, so it balances out it's not so contrast, but it's not so pastel. I don't want it to be too pastel, like very girlish, and also I don't want it to be too contrast. Yeah.
But so it's still memorable sort of color scheme that is comfortable.
Right. But I can say the pink make it kind of like girlish, but I think eventually we still have like a lot of color scheme to play with lah. But the main color will be sticking around with like the pink and the yellow and the white. Yeah.
That's true. Now that I look at it properly, those are the main color, other than the occasional purple. Right? The purple.
Yeah, the purple is just to balance it lah, because I don't want it to be like so pastel, like so girlish and everything. Yeah.
Here Chunan Gaga is saying that he also agreed that reference to encourage thinking and save more work. Because I think Chunan is also an artist, so definitely I think you two really relates on these parts. And then same problem, refer to anything and problem still there.
I think that I also do have like struggles in the very beginning of getting references, because there's a lot of picture out there. How do you find your perfect reference for your artwork? I can say it's kind of like a skill lah. You need to build it up. It's not like a one-time thing. So I think it's kind of like a long-term thing for me to learn with. I'm not confident with my reference finding skill, but I can say that getting lots of reference do really help. Like you can compare. I just draw something without reference and with something with reference. You can see the very big difference in it, that you have a more idea on constructing your art with all the references. Yeah.
Understand. Actually, since we are talking about arts, I wanted to ask you, would you say because one of the things that I wanted to discuss, because I feel like your art style is more I feel like art can be sort of categorized to two types. One that is more accessible, like more towards the mass. I would think like Sanrio type, or like the Hello Kitty or Agresico, etc. Is more towards commercial art, or like and then like art I would imagine like those in art galleries sort of thing. What would you categorize your own art as, actually?
If I have to choose like between, I think that would be like more the commercial kind of like direction, because I wanted the Monkido to immerse into everyone's life. It's like okay lah, but there's also very great artists like James Jean. I think we have a photo of like James Jean. He does have like a very great artistic mind. The one impressive thing that he did is he created 3 posters for 3 films, and all the films get Oscars.
Oh, so, wow.
It's very impressive. You can see it in his latest post. So he's kind of like the biggest inspiration for me. He's the one who do art for art, but still make livings from it, still yet make it commercialized.
Wow. So that is like ultimate goal, right?
Yes, that's like the ultimate goal. For example, you see like Van Gogh, he don't want to commercialize his art.
Yeah, so he's definitely art for art.
Yeah, he definitely is like art for art. But in this world, I feel like it's kind of like different from the past. So people who do art for art can also find a way to sell them as well, commercialize them as well. But for Monkido, it's kind of like we are target to making a Monkido feels like a home to certain people, our audiences, which they are very comfortable with, they can laugh with, they can enjoy talking with. So my art is kind of like to serve the people out there, to make them laugh and immerse into their daily life. So I can say this is kind of like the art as well, the behavior art of bringing Monkido to everyone's life, but the merchandise that I made is kind of more towards the commercial side. Yeah.
So when we say commercial side of art, can I say it depends on the product that the art makes? So like graphic design normally is more for mass sort of thing, so it will be accounted as more towards commercial, and then an art maybe a sketch that only certain people can understand. Those are more artistic, I guess, sort of thing.
Maybe I'm not too sure about like that. Yeah, but when you gonna search up like the definition of like commercial will be like concerned with or engage in commerce. So yeah, but you have to like.
I mean, the way artists make a living is by selling art and art related things. So, well, then we can't really call artists unless they are not like they are artists that don't make a living doing art.
But I think that like Monkido is an IP, right? The interesting about IP is we can actually sell our license to others. So you get what I mean?
That's true.
Others can use my characters to put on their packaging or products if I just license my character to them. So that's also like kind of like I can say it's like a passive income for the IP's creator lah. So instead of like you just create an art one piece only or one off or maybe 50 limited edition prints, like that kind of like the very fine art thing. So I think Monkido can be more commercialized. It can be on like the packaging, food packaging, or even on shoes, on collaboration, on the book and everything. So yeah, I think it's kind of like the engage with the companies, the outside the business. Yeah. I'm not sure if I get it like very clearly, but
I'm trying to get like the gist of like what would be accounted as like commercial art and what is art. But my personal view is they are both of the same nature. They're just doing it using a different method.
yes, correct.
Yeah. So
And
ultimately, art is still art. It's just
yes,
whether it's
if you
suitable
want
to
to
be
sell
made
it,
a lot or very
yes.
little. One is super limited edition and one is a lot production. That's what I understand right now.
Yeah, but for art for me, the definition of art is not only the physical thing or even the visuals. The art is kind of like the behavior of it. It's like
The behavior.
some people, they create a very beautiful artwork and they have a very big message behind the artwork. So you get what I mean, like the art
it's
of
also
the
like
message
the
you wanted to bring
message.
out. Yes,
The message, the story.
Correct. When some people are engaging with the art, which is the message behind the visuals, the art can be like music, can be dancing, can be painting or whatever. But I think the art will be more towards the emotions and the message behind it. So when people engage with it, they will buy for it. Yeah. So it really depends on whatever. Like if I'm doing commercial art, I'm just giving needs of very cute characters to have a webcomic, or maybe I just release a very cute tote bag for them to bring it to like work. That's what I am selling the message. It's like, oh, I sell you a tote bag, which is you can use in daily life. But maybe for some people, they are just creating an art, and it's like, oh, I was talking about the rights of like the humanity, and then some people like, oh, I really engaged to it, so I would just buy it.
So it's more towards the message behind that created content.
Like yeah.
Can I say it like that? Well, but for this now I'm looking at like because you just mentioned about if you create an IP, you can also use it as an IP. So you sell could we say that it's an IP is selling an idea that is built upon a certain type of content that was created behind it?
Yeah. For example, my content. How do I say it? Yeah. I'm not sure that I fully understand your questions.
This I feel like it's so complicated. So let me rephrase myself because currently I'm trying to understand like what would account as like commercial, but I guess for myself, I'm gonna just tell you my perspective first, and then maybe we can work from there, because but as long as it's being sold, I would think that it's kind of commercial, right? If it's being like there's selling, but I think because initially I was thinking about artists that do more commercial, is as in their art is more accessible. They do things in more mass volume. That is what I was thinking. And then like those who are artists for the sake of artists, maybe they do small volume and very how to say, their audience type is very niche sort of thing. So I was thinking more towards like that. But now comes the concept of IP as well. I think IP can work for both sides, right?
IP can work for the both sides, because IP is just IP characters. It's just the law to protect your rights, right? Even you are, for example, even you are Mr. Kim Jong-gi, he does have a lot of artwork. As long as he license it, he copyright it, he trademark it, then it should belongs to him. So that will be also considered as an IP. But I can say that IP that we do here is more of like a original work of a series of story, which we have a very certain characters.
So it's more of like a whole universe, sort of like a storyline, a universe with its own characters, sort of thing. So sort of like Harry Potter.
Yeah, sort of like Harry Potter. You
Like
see,
Harry
Harry Potter,
Potter.
they can be in like different ways. They can be in
Mm.
a novel, they can be in movies. So it's like the IP of the character, the whole thing, the whole concept of it. Yeah. Right. If I create an art of like a tiger and suddenly I create an art of like a random woman, but I didn't like expand it, I can say it's an art piece. Art piece.
Then it's just
It's
an
not.
art piece.
Yeah. And maybe I
Ah.
can also trademark it, but it's not usable for because I'm not extending it. I'm not writing a whole story of it. Yeah.
So
The thing is how I
the
sell.
thing is, yep.
The thing is how I sell Monkey Doll is like its story evolves in the office, right? So maybe someone come approach to us and ask us for like the commercial kind of like business, and then we can talk about it like, oh, maybe this character can be the main mascot of your product, and then we help of it. Yeah, so it's kind of like I can use the character to make an extension of it. Yeah.
Understandable. Sort. I feel like we're getting to it. It's sort of really complicated. I'm not sure if the viewers understand right now. Maybe not. So Chunan Gaga here have a really good point as well. So, I think the design of Yui, Satomi, and Fish is very tall, which is our PVE Gen 1 member's name. Can be also considered an IP in that way. Can I consider it like that?
Yeah, as long as you have the
Development?
copyright and trademark of it, yeah, you can make anime out of your characters. You can make comics out of your characters. I can say that you have a very different vibes from other VTubers, and other VTubers has a very different vibe from you. So each of you can have different like characteristic and stories that makes what your IP very special about. So I think it can also consider as an IP if you are extending it. Yeah.
I sort of get it. So I think an
I'm not
IP
really
is
sure about the IP thing lah. So I'm just trying to get up from my personal view lah. But like for Monkey Doll, it's really extendable. It has a lot of like potential. So I would consider that as an IP because I have to protect my character, so my character can use it for a very long term. Yeah.
True. That is ultimately what IP creation is. It's also for the long term, for the storyline, for people to like it, and then can be used in different formats and can work with different people as well. Can I say it like that? I think I'm sort of starting to get what IP is. All right. Next up, since we were talking about whether ultimately Yui, which is me, and Fish, we are both VTubers. What do you think of VTubers though?
I'm loving the whole concept of VTubers. Like when it came out in like very early stage, I was like very confused. Like, hey, what is this? Like a lot of people are looking for people who can do riggings for like VTubers because I was in the art scene, right? So I was like very, very curious about it. So I look up to it. Like, I think it's a very interesting platform, or maybe a way to gain significantly popularity, or like like you have your audiences, you have your community. It's a very exciting way, and the virtual characters can also be animated to do things that are like very different from humans. I'm not sure lah. Maybe you have like the tentacles or whatever.
Well, we could.
I don't know. Maybe you have like a wings or tentacles, or you have a horn or whatever. Because like it's impossible for like humans to get that. So I'm not sure if I get the concept right, but
you're right.
Yeah, I can't see any human that has a sunflower on their head. So you are the
This is a growth. It's all natural.
I would really like to have like Monkey Doll to have their own channel of VTuber. Like like he's like a character and he just talk mukbang or whatever. I don't know, like I think it's very cute and
true.
fun. Yeah, and I think very interesting thing is that you can build a very big community from that, and everyone interacts here. It's like like it's so good. I feel very great in like engaging with people, but for me lah, I'm still okay with showing my face, but sometimes I just feel like VTuber is kind of like the way that I can engage more with other people without like, so open up with everything. Yeah.
That is true. That is true. I feel for me personally, I would think that being Yui is sort of like a different way that I can express myself as well. So yeah, a different
Yeah,
platform. I think a different
I can
platform is
get
such a good way to say it.
yes, I can get your vibes from your like Yui, and I'm really appreciate about like your invitation, and I really had like a lot of good times talking with you. Like even before that, like we also had like a very great conversation. So it's not stressful. It's not stress for me, and it's very cool.
But yeah, there's a VTubing is a deep rabbit hole, I would say. Yeah, being a color is so fun, I think. All right. Let's drink some water and then we'll continue the next question. Let's drink some water.
Okay.
Remember to hydrate yourself. I remember that I haven't reminded everyone to hydrate yourselves. Yeah.
Do you do photosynthesis? No, right?
Actually, that's a good question. I am not sure. The
Right,
flower
how
grew.
you-
The flower just grew, and well, it's not going away, so it's still there. I'm on the way of sort of trying to separate myself with it, but for now it will stay. Yeah, and
If
now
we
it's
get some
nighttime. Yeah, now it's nighttime,
Yeah, it's
so no
nighttime.
photosynthesis.
Yeah, correct.
But yeah, I think. But if we talk about IPs, it's about building an idea and then creating content for it in different type of platform and methods. So it can be in terms of art, it can be in terms of art toy. I imagine or
Franchises, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
For the IP that we refer here is like IP character. As IP creator, normally they do engage in like a range of activities like creating original work. For example, like maybe Doraemon, they do have like their mangas, they do have their storyline, and then the next will be conducting research as well, because we don't want to like, how do I say, like we don't want to touch other people thing lah, because other people also have their rights, right? So yeah, we need to be more considerate about the law thing, and registering our work. Of course, we have to get like copywriting, trademarks, and like the licensing for our work, and then also monitor and enforcing our rights. So it's kind of like we want to prevent people from using our artwork wrongly or like selling our artwork. So it's also kind of our IP creator job to monitor and enforcing our right. And then lastly, maybe just do licensing or selling our merchandises in our way lah. So I can say that IP creator, basically IP character creator, basically do these kind of things. Yeah, you can see Line Friends. They are like licensing to different brands, and they have their own pop up. They have their own stories and everything. But James, the Line Friends, I can say, is kind of like the commercial. Yeah, each character they do have their
own storyline, right? And characteristics.
Yeah, own storyline. For example, the Brown and Connie. I hope I didn't mispronounce their name, but
I think it's
think
correct.
the Brown and Connie is like girlfriend and boyfriend. So they do have like the interaction between these two characters, and the Froggy, who is like very cute, and they have like the cat, who is like very sexy and fashionable. I don't know, like maybe they have like a particular story for each characters. So that works on their IP. But when it comes to like James Jean, he create art pieces. So basically he does have a character, I think, but he just do like artsy stuff lah. Yeah.
But it does look like he have like a certain style that he likes that could be considered his signature, which could be his IP. Could I say that?
Yes, correct.
So if we put it like that, no matter which type of art, you could go towards like making. Basically, you need to have something that is
Okay, here's the
recognizable to be yours.
yeah, recognizable,
Yeah,
yes. As long
recognizable to
as
be
you are
yours.
original, as long as you are the creator, you have to get your things protected by law. I can say that because the IP thing is not educated that brought in
True,
Malaysia.
true.
So I think there's kind a lot of like even my seniors or even my juniors, they don't really protect their works beforehand. And yeah, their works tends to get steal, or maybe someone will like just replicate their work to make it to
Mm,
another thing,
but
but they cannot. Yeah.
but if we're talking about duplication, I think right now we can. What do you think of AI art from
Oh shit.
AI? Yeah, what do you think of
Here
art
we
from
go.
AI? Yeah,
AI.
because basically AI art is basically using someone else's, like for example we can say this artist's signature art style. Basically you use this type of reference and art to train the AI to do
Yep.
similar type of art but different concepts. Sorry, I think would this be art
Mm-mm.
stealing?
Of course, it's a threat for me,
uh,
for every
uh, uh.
creator, because our work tend to get still. But the thing is, after AI generated, maybe
Mm-mm-mm.
it doesn't look exactly like what my work looks like, but it
Mm.
does have a shadow in it. That's why
Yes.
I'm not sure if the lawyer or the lawyer team or the one who helped me to sue the other guy who can really get this thing done, like, do we really define it as my
Yeah.
vision, right? Yeah, because
Yeah,
AI is kind of
because
a very gray area.
yeah, it is super gray area. Because
Yeah.
for me personally, because I think if we're talking about like learning, it's always by referencing. It's just that AI,
Mm,
uh, AI is how to say, it's so good at learning and so fast,
mm,
and it's so
mm-mm.
specific. That's why it learns so fast that I don't think we can sort of keep up with it. I think in a way.
Yes, correct. But I personally think that you have to not see it as your enemy.
Mm.
Maybe don't. Yeah, because the technology will eventually grow.
Mm,
The
mm, mm,
thing
mm.
is, I will see it as a tool and cannot prevent others from the
Using
bad
it.
intention of others. Yeah, I can, because they are having a bad intention,
Mm, mm,
which
mm.
they wanted to steal our works and use it to feed the AI or everything lah. But I cannot stop it because it's their choices to do that, right? But what
True.
I can do is maybe just turn the AI into the tools. A lot of
Mm.
artists are stating that they are banning AI, but AI actually is not bannable. I can say, is it a word? And it's not bannable. I think the technology will eventually grow. For example, for me, maybe I will use AI to use my references. But the thing is, I cannot use references and throw inside it lah, because it's kind of like the bad things, right? Maybe I just key in some prompt words. But the thing is, AI system will also still like cut and paste from others' work, maybe.
But
So it's
because
kind of
AI draws via learning from a
yeah,
mass of information, which just so
information. Yes, correct.
happen. Well, it is technically a tool. I think what Legend is saying here, that some AI
Mm,
platform even will say that you can provide the right when you're trying to use your work
use
to
your work.
your own work to feed the AI. But yeah,
Mm.
I feel like it's sort of unavoidable. And then I think some people are just using AI because they themselves probably uh, not so fluent at drawing, like me. I don't
Mm-mm.
draw. I don't really draw.
Yeah, I get.
So
Yeah.
so it's like how to say, I feel like it's a really good tool, but just
Mm.
very uncontrollable. Yeah, I think that's the
Yes,
word.
correct. It's really
Because
based on the intention of the user.
yeah.
And the other thing is, you don't have to ban AI. The thing that you have to like maybe protest lah is about the AI platform.
Oh,
Because
AI platform.
yeah, because the only thing the platform can um, reserve the rights of the original artwork, it's really based on the platform. Because if the platform don't want to take any action from it, it will
Mm.
be also very difficult for the creator to protect their rights. So they actually have like another AI system that you can throw your work in it, and then they will generate an invisible kind of like layers for your work, so it won't get like detected by the other generator AI.
Oh,
It's
so
kind
so
of like
it's like
use AI to fight
oh,
AI. Yeah.
that sort of
用魔法打败
makes sense.
Yeah. So
Poison
I
for
think
poison, sorry, it didn't.
true. Human will eventually find a way to get comfortable with it. I think so. Yeah. But if we're talking about like AI art generator like Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, I'm like kind of like neutral about it, because it's kind of like a big threat to artists, especially those artists who are already very famous and people are feeding it. But if we're talking about AI like ChatGPT, or even the other, the AI that can help you as a tool as an art creator, I think it's kind of great, because ChatGPT is actually allowed to like write a full code. So even if you are not a IT, you can still write codes by using
But then IT people are losing their jobs though.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the IT threat lah. But
Yeah, it's an IT threat though.
creator, right? Because art creator do not know how to build a perfect website
But
for
IT people don't know art, so they use they use
yeah. That's why.
the art creator. Isn't this sort of
Yeah,
like this is sort of like
kind of like
it's
the
hard to
circle
say
of the
that.
whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
So
think it's more of like a balance of tool set sort
yeah.
of thing.
Mm.
But yeah. But I feel AI, whether we like it or not, is gonna be very close to our daily lives. My feeling is
Yes.
like that, whether we like it or not.
No,
But I
but it's
think
actually already in our daily life. For
but
example, you see all the sponsors, the Shopee link they
true
send to you. It's
copyrights.
actually done by AI. So I can say it's already in. We
That's-
just don't realize it.
That
Yeah.
is true. That's true. But I think it will also create new opportunities for people, like people
Yes,
who are good at using the AIs. I don't think
Using
it's
the prompt.
easy. Yeah, using the prompt engineers maybe.
Yeah, I feel like it's so dumb. What even is prompt engineering? But I changed my mind recently. Yeah.
But it's
I
really
think it's-
complex though. I tried using Midjourney. It's not
Yeah.
as easy to use as
Easy as I
it
thought,
looked.
right?
Yeah, it's not as easy. Plus, just now you mentioned that a lot of famous people, their art is being re-replicated. I think the good thing, well, it's a pro and con sort of thing. I think now is whether it would harm them. Personally, I feel if the person uses the AI to create an art style based on like their favorite artist sort of thing, I think it's okay as long as they say that they created it using the AI with that person's art style. Personally, like for me personally, I think it's okay as long
the
as
credit is
as long as the credit is at the correct place. But if they say they drew it, then I think the problem is where this is the problem for me. If they say they use the AI and then they created the art, and then they say
without giving any credit.
yes,
Yeah.
no, and then they say they did it, not about credits. The credit is theirs.
Yeah, correct.
I think this is the
Yeah.
problem for myself. If I were to say like my thoughts on AI, I think it's a great tool because like ChatGPT is probably gonna
Yeah.
it's really good at
Help
law
us in
as
a
well,
lot
by the
of
way.
ways. Yeah. All
Yeah.
the the university students are actually like started using like ChatGPT for their
Yeah.
essays. So
Yeah,
the
but
lecturer are like, oh, so many suspicious essays they are writing so perfectly,
but
50
but
pages.
I gotta
Yeah.
say, rather than the art AI, I'm actually I feel like ChatGPT is actually gonna impact our society even more. The art
Yes,
one
correct.
is probably gonna be convenient for us to like draft out a lot of art related thing. But sometimes when you want to draw like certain things, I think it still have some time before it reaches there. Probably not long, but because it's not as easy to use as ChatGPT, I feel like ChatGPT is probably gonna impact us
Very
more.
easy to use, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's very easy to use. And then like people who does copywriting, write up for websites whatsoever, they are the ones who are gonna be in more, how to say, more danger, I guess. T2,
Danger,
T2.
yes.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's a threat for those.
Awesome is saying that someone made a comic from AI.
Oh yeah, correct. The
Oh, wow.
Japanese guy, I think.
But
Yes.
I think I remember that AI wasn't able to do comics previously, but I cannot believe that, wow, it has evolved.
I think because I was following Mid Journey, I'm kind of like the one who follow trends even in like NFTs and everything. So
Oh.
I'm not into it, but I just keep looking at like different articles to at least I get to know about it lah. So when the Mid Journey first started to hype up, I actually just followed them. That was like version 1.5,
Oh.
and then now already version 5, which grows
Wow.
so rapidly fast. And I can see the result is shockingly good, and I'm not shocked
shockingly
that
good.
someone-
Okay.
yeah, not feeling good about that, but I'm not really shocked that someone made a comic from AI. Yeah,
I
that's
see,
the importance of IP. Like,
yeah.
right? You need to protect your own assets. You have to protect your own artwork. Yeah,
Yes,
correct.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, but wait, Legend is saying that ChatGPT will support IMG input, image input. Really?
Oh yeah, I was in a wait list for Microsoft Designer, which I saw it recently. Microsoft Design, you know Canva, right?
Yes,
For
yes.
designer. Yeah,
Yep,
they
yep,
use
yep.
like Canva to design like very very simple design like social media designs. And Microsoft Designer is something very similar to the Canva, which you can insert the prompt words and they can generate design for you with
Wait,
words.
what?
Because for AI, like Mid Journey and all, they cannot generate words at all for now. I don't think they can generate words. Yeah, the words are always wonky or maybe even distorted. So here goes the Microsoft Designer, a new AI that can generate.
Wait, I need to go check that out. Give you
Yeah, you should check it out. It's like
Microsoft
But
AI.
yeah, it's not officially online first. Wait, let me scrap into the Microsoft.
I feel. Wow. I gotta say.
No, yeah.
Microsoft Designer. Alright, got it. Thank you.
It's not officially up yet, but
it's not?
Yeah, but I was in the wait list, so hopefully they let me in so I can try some and I can share with like the others.
Yeah, definitely very interesting. But
yeah, because for me the design part is the most important for but the most difficult part for AI to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
but this one is gonna
layout.
be like graphic design sort of work.
Yes, it's graphic design kind of AI. Yay!
Wow.
Congrats to our graphic design friends.
Yeah, darn.
Yeah, but actually, I don't think like normally I don't think from the perspective of the art creator. Sometimes I just think from the perspective of like business owner, which gives them a lot of like budget cutting. Like when I want to publish a book, I have to find an illustrator to illustrate the cover for me. It takes around like maybe 3 to 4 months of like back and forth and finally get the images done. And then I still have to find people to put up the layout for me and everything. But the thing is, when you have a prompt engineer who help you and they can charge lesser, or maybe even you are the own prompt engineer and then you just like generate a cover for yourself, it can really reduce a lot of like budget and also come up with a perfect. I cannot say perfect, like it's a very
like what you want basically.
Yeah, what you want basically. Yeah, but it doesn't apply on everything lah. Like not
true.
not for everything, but for example, game art, we still need a concept artist who gives solution. Yeah, we need a solution, not a various.
But I think ultimately what would stay is probably creating ideas. Ultimately, you need to have someone who's gonna be the brain for the AI. The AI is more like the hands that draw and that do,
the tools.
that execute. Yeah, we can look at them more towards tool, but still, because previously it was done by other people, so it does impact a lot of things. And I hope people who might be impacted, it is time to pick up new skills.
Yes,
it is time. It is time.
Yes, learning.
Yeah, have to. I feel like we really need to keep growing, especially in our era, because things
True,
are too
and yeah,
fast. They are too fast.
AI gonna be the new iPhone for our era, I think lah, maybe lah.
From Google to AI, yeah. But
Yeah,
but
from Google to
but
AI.
I really like. I remember I heard, I forgot which person. I feel like ChatGPT is the type of, how to say, a search engine that help us summarize things. That's why it's so convenient. Yes.
But I have a concern on that is
Mm-mm-mm.
it really depends on how much you trust ChatGPT.
Ah, that is true.
Right.
That is true. That is true.
For example, I asking a fact of Malaysia, who is the prime minister of Malaysia, and then ChatGPT gave me an answer of like maybe it's Sheikh Sadiq.
But
Then-
ChatGPT information is until 2021.
Yes, 2021.
And
so we
I
do have
think
that.
plus I think there are some information that it cannot access as well. So
I see.
might
Yes,
be
correct.
because of that.
So for me, if I really wanted to do like a very serious research on like some certain things, I would rather buy books or even look up to like different articles instead of like asking ChatGPT. Of course lah, asking them is a very direct way.
Convenient. That's
Yeah,
true.
it's very
That's true.
convenient.
But
for
yeah.
some unimportant things, yeah.
Oh, but for ChatGPT, I think for myself, it's more towards, it doesn't give you the source where they found the information, which can be a little bit.
Hey, perhaps can we just ask them that? Can you give me some reference?
Oh, could be, right? Maybe they are able. I don't know. I've never tried that before, but that sounds like a good plan. I feel like we are teaching people how to do assignment using ChatGPT right now.
Oh, yeah, but because the most important part in the assignment is you have to provide the references. But if ChatGPT can do that, it will be a very good.
It will save so much time. But I still feel I'm not too sure. I personally have tried using ChatGPT. I think it's so good to help with copywriting. Grammar correction, spelling correction. It's also a better translator though.
Oh yeah, correct. Sometimes I just don't know how to rephrase the word and I just throw it into ChatGPT. Yeah.
I gotta say, whether we like it or not, ChatGPT is definitely
it's like a
changing
magic
point. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna impact us just as much as the appearance of computer, television, etc. So yeah,
ask them to generate like the comic storyline for me, but I wouldn't do that because it's not really relatable to me lah. But I tried that before.
Really, does it work?
It does work. It's also quite good. But,
oh wow.
Not exactly what I was thinking lah, because I already have an idea in my mind, so I expect it to have like something very similar to what I am thinking. But I think it's kind of good for people to use it. But I think my creativity is slightly better, a bit maybe lah. I don't know. I'm not very confident about that.
I think ultimately, for myself at least, I think ultimately, how much how good the AI is gonna depend on how good the person using the AI knows how to use it.
AI knowledge is based on human knowledge as well.
Yeah. That's true. But at least it can compile thing and it does thing real fast. I think that's like the biggest thing for it. So. Yeah.
It will limit the creativity if everyone use the same idea from it, like from a comment section. I do agree that, because I can say that sometimes the social media captions seem suspicious, and I feel like it's made using ChatGPT. I'm not sure if
or some sort of AI. Oh, but there are a few AIs that are that are out there to help create captions. So you give it one, and then it will create like a multiple. Yes. So I wouldn't be too surprised. So we sort of now know that whether we like it or not. Oh, but do you think that, I don't know, as an IP creator, do you feel threatened by AI?
I don't know. I still feel okay about it. Like maybe it's not it's not a very. I'm not sure about that. Like maybe in future I will change my mind, but for like current situation, I feel like it's still okay because my idea is really based on like I have like few characters, Wolfie, and everything. So I can't replicate the idea of what I'm thinking in my brain right now because they cannot access into my brain, right? So I
True,
already
true,
have the
true.
whole universe unless I train the AI to
With all your information.
yeah, with all my information, but that will only be my tools.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
I'm not
help give
sure.
you like second opinions or this.
Yes, because the very funny thing is the One Piece creator, they actually used ChatGPT to come up with like the new storyline of
Wait,
One
what?
Piece.
Really?
Yeah, I think I saw this because my brother shared it to me. Okay, the information I'm given here, even the Dragon Ball or whatever, it's just based on my personal experience. I'm not sure about that, but I
Have to
really
go
saw
check.
that news
Have to go check.
before. It's like, yeah.
Oh, Legend saw it as well. Oh, but
Yes, it's so funny that the creator have no idea what's going on next, so he just used like ChatGPT for the story.
But actually, if the creator did put in all of the storyline, I think
They can write,
ChatGPT
right?
would be able to, how to say, summarize it better because it remembers every single thing. Especially One Piece is so
Right.
long. It's so easy to
Yeah.
forget like little details for it. It would be
Yes.
really helpful. But
And also, AI do study about human, so maybe they also like already predicted how human will react to this episode or to this.
oh dang, does it work? Oh my gosh, it's like wow. Yeah, you guys can definitely try this AI out. It's called ChatGPT. So, wow, I gotta say, I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen like afterwards?
Because we are not the person who is in charge in like making all this technology, right? We are just influenced by it. So
We're
what
the
we can do now
users.
is just sit and wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have the power to like
Change.
stop it or
Yeah.
change it. So I think we will just sit and wait, but also don't
Embrace
forget
it.
opportunity.
Yeah, to learn it, whether you like it or not, we
Not,
will have
yes.
to. We have a new tool now. Let's use it ethically. Let's use it ethically.
Yeah, correct.
And yeah, well, I think it's pretty amazing, but I don't know. I feel like probably because of thinking of well, it's sort of like cars. Whether the car driver is good or bad is gonna determine whether the car is gonna be driven well or not. Sort of
Yeah,
thing.
true. So it's like it really depends on the human who use it. Yeah. But some people do really have a very bad intention lah. They are like profiting from others' work. So I cannot stop that as well. So what I can do is just securing my own work.
Yeah, I think nowadays having communication and having a bond with other people is probably what's key to moving forward.
True.
Yeah, let me think. Is there any question from the audience? Kwachi have any questions for JE? Any further question that you would like to know, like for her experience, whatnot? I think Jay shared a lot of 金句良言, a lot of really good.
Yeah, I was looking at the comment section and I saw the pin comment.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's so funny, but it really does though. Like I don't know.
I feel like for me personally, I learned a lot about different mindset. How your mindset can determine how you do things. Yeah.
It's kind of like a different perspective.
Yeah, it's a different perspective.
I just keep trying from like different things, different perspective. Yes.
Yeah, and keep going at it. I think also key is not to give up and to keep creating, keep going at it and slowly improving on what we have. I think that's probably. And then
you never know that you get better than
the
current situation. Yeah, so you will get better and better.
Yeah, and embrace what technology have for us. So I know a lot of people are probably sort of not happy with a lot of the AIs that are popping up, but whether we like it or not, it's gonna be part of our lives. And yeah,
Already is. Yeah.
yeah. Whether we like it or not, it's gonna be part of our life. It's there.
Yes.
People are using it, and if you don't use it, you're gonna be a lot slower than other people. And we're in a really competitive age, unless unless you're doing things that AI cannot do yet.
Embrace the technology, and I can say it's like just study a lot about it. Like just don't use it blindlessly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need to expose ourselves to lots of things nowadays to be able to keep up as well.
Yeah, true.
春兰 here say 当了会师看破红尘并没有 but yeah which mean being an artist sees the world clearly. Does that make sense? Clearer, yeah. Sort of like that. Okay. Next up, we're gonna go into our last two questions. Do you have any advice? Blah, blah, blah. Do you have any advice for those who want to create their own IP, and then also for new artists?
Yeah, I think that like for every new artist, I think a lot of like new artists are better than me nowadays because they can reach to they can reach to a lot of like different sources that can help them to improve art. It's not like what we used to, but okay lah, I'm not that old lah, but it's still a very different generation from what I'm used to it. And then I feel like they are having a lot of opportunities. So the most important is don't be afraid to voice out your idea, because I see a lot of like very talented, even my friends, they are like keeping their artwork to themselves. I'm not sure why, but I think the social media do give you a very great platform. If you really wanted to show your art to the world, then just keep creating it and voice your idea out. And for those who wanted to create IP is just, as I say, IP is just a law to protect your assets. And I think it's kind of like important to get to know what's your rights, and especially when you are creating original work, like you have your own characters, or even you have your own brushstrokes, or you have your own kind of way to draw, or you have your own logos and everything. Even you are a graffiti artist, you can also have yourself trademark, like you have like your logo to be copywriting. So I'm not sure about that, because it's kind of like the urban thing. They don't do like licensing or whatever. But I'm not sure nowadays, because a lot of like graffiti artists, they also rely doing their merch, selling their artwork, art piece. So even any categories, even you are a designer, but designer kind of work different from IP lah. Designer is kind of like dealing with clients. But if you are creating original work, then maybe you can consider studying on like IP characters. It can also be your passive income by licensing your work to other brands or corporate. Kind of like, I can say it's kind of like your retirement plan. I don't know.
But it's gonna take a lot of work, and I feel like it's gonna be a challenging journey.
That will be a really challenging journey.
Yeah. Everyone, we are reminded to drink water, so remember to drink water. Drink water. And then so I'm gonna summarize what was just said. Okay. Yeah. Learn how to protect your rights and use what you have. Learn how to use what you have, and don't be afraid to try new things. I at least that was what I summarized.
Yeah. I think that will just be very simple and very traditional kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I summarized the whole thing.
I'm also learning in the journey of IP creating, like especially IP character. And I see a lot of like market in Taiwan, Japan, America, in many other countries, but we do lack of knowledge in Malaysia. So I hopefully there's no school teaching about this, so maybe obviously everyone is like self-taught, self-learning. So I'm also in the journey of learning how to protect your own rights and make IP out of like living. And yeah, I think it's
That's
kind of like
true.
important. In Malaysia, we don't talk about this sensitive thing, and we are all Asian. Don't talk about
Yeah.
money. Talk about
Yeah.
passion, right? Yeah, but
Yeah. sorry, that's all. But
yeah,
yeah, I
it's
think
also very important to make living from what you love, what you like, and you don't want others to steal your work that you really work like efforts in it. If someone steals it, you will be really, really sad, right? So I think that would be the way that you can secure your rights by doing IP. So I hardly
highly
recommend everyone
recommend.
to study. Yeah, study. Just study first. You don't have to do IP, but maybe you study first, like see how you can protect yourself from like getting
But but I feel like IP wise, it is still sort of a weak sort of thing. It's very very hard to say like what's yes no. And then in Malaysia, if I'm not wrong, there are a few. There is the MYIPO that is our intellectual property organization. I think I think we can find more information there, but
yes.
but I think sometimes don't be too afraid and don't for me personally, I would say that don't be too afraid to do stuff. And then don't be too afraid that people are gonna steal your stuff. I think that's also a thing. but but it's hard to say. Like I sort of get the copywriting thing, but sometimes to do all this process, it does take a certain amount of financial
Yes, correct.
backing.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's how to say. I like a quote that was said by one of my friends. Is the person said, if your thing is so easy to be duplicated, then it probably doesn't have that much value. Yeah.
True.
But if your thing is duplicated, it also means that someone values what you are doing as well. So well, don't look at it too negatively. I feel, at least that's what I feel.
Yeah, I just feel like not only IPs but more of the law side, because I see a lot of like artists, they don't draft contract with their clients. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, because IP is only part of the things that I want to talk with, because Monkito is an IP, is an IP character, so that's why I'm talking about this. But eventually we will also need to have awareness on like drafting contracts, drafting black and white and everything, so you can protect your rights, because some of the artists, they don't really get the deposit from their clients, and eventually then didn't get the full payment and everything. So many dramas of it. So yeah, it's kind of important for Malaysians artists, everyone
to
actually,
have awareness. I think for any type of work as well.
Yeah, any type of awareness will do.
Kamaboko is here. Hello.
Hello.
Hey Rudy. Yeah, just do it. And then slowly. I think these are really good information that can be implemented, but needs a lot of studying. Yeah, we're talking more towards those. But but if we continue, then we're never gonna end already. So I'm gonna go to the last part of today's Yui and Friend. Last, do you have anything to announce to us? Yeah, do you have any upcoming things that is gonna happen? Yeah, let us know.
As you know, I'm just constantly like updating my webcomic to my social media platform, but we also do have like the offline physical event, which is on this May, Kuala Lumpur Illustration Fair. This will be the very first year of the Kuala Lumpur Illustration Fair to be held in Malaysia, and I was really getting excited because I was chosen to as one of the artists from, I think they have like 60 plus or 100 plus submission. I'm not really sure about it, but they just shortlist it to like the last 40. So I get to
congrats.
choose one of them. Yeah. So KLIF is like a physical illustration fair held in GMBB KL. Not sure if you guys know GMBB, or there's someone asking where is it. So
alright, I'll put the link of the illustration fair in the comment section so you guys can check it out.
Alright. Yeah.
For
So
those
you
who are
can
interested,
oh,
definitely can go. Is there any
there is
entrance fee for this?
there is like a 15 ringgit entrance fee. I think you can just save up like one meal of roti canai or maybe like some teh tarik or whatever lah, and then you purchase it. So I can consider it will be a very cheap ticket, and you have a very great chances to see like 40 different artists. We have even
Wow.
international artists. Oh, Coco will be there. Yes, see you there. I'm so excited right now. No, it's not expensive. You go and see our webpage, and the artists, they are like so talented. And the thing is, we have like many international artists and also local artists who will have like conference on the
Oh,
spot.
will,
So
will
you
there be
can
any sharing over there as well?
I will make sharing over there, but there is like a conference. Yeah, you can check it over the website, and I think they are like kind of like a very experienced artist and illustrator and designer. So, if you are an artist, designer, or even if you are an art lover, you can just go and listen to their sharings. That
Oh,
would be like very
no, is
good.
it or oh, is it? Oh, they currently have early bird tickets, if I'm not
Yes,
wrong,
they do have like early bird
which
tickets.
is a lot more cheaper as well for those who want to go. Or they will have
Oh,
40
sorry, it's
plus artists.
11, not 15. Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So 2 days is only 20. Oh my god.
So
it's
cheap.
Yeah. So it's
Oh
kind of like
wow,
yeah.
I'm totally going through their artist listing. I gotta say, there's a lot of amazing artists who are gonna be there.
Right.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And for Mochido, we actually very honored to be there, and we're also under one of the category of IP. The KL Illustration Fair actually give a lot of like the opportunity to IPs, not only artists, but
Oh
it's also for IP artists, IP creator like us. So they also wanted to push like the IP to like Malaysians, like I can say educate. No, I'm not sure how I replace the word, but it's
sharing, I would say.
introducing,
Yeah,
introducing IP to like Malaysians. Yeah.
understandable. But yeah, definitely all those who are interested in like being artists, art scene, and getting to know more, I think this is a really fantastic event to go to. And
Yeah.
yeah, if you go check out the lineup, really amazing speakers and artists are gonna be there. Oh.
Yeah, and the most important is it's not only an illustration fair, it's
Mm-mm.
also we have like interactive space. So which
Mm.
each artist they will gain a whole room from GME,
Ah,
and
okay.
a whole room or maybe like some booth lah, and they will decorate their space. So
So it's
it can be
also
a very
a art gallery. Can I say that?
yeah,
That.
it's an art gallery. Yeah, you can find a lot of very great artists, a very good work. If you're an art lover or artist or designer, maybe just check the website out and you can see who is there. And we have like artist showcase, character IP, industry meetup as well. But yeah, that will be like on the first day lah. So we will have like
Yeah.
a connection of business to business. Yes.
Phew,
All right.
very exciting. All right, we have reached the end of today's stream. Congratulations for being with thank you for being with us while we crunched through a really I think we crunched through really hard topics today.
Yeah, I'm so sorry if I didn't like deliver my message well, but I'm just trying to get to rephrase all the words in my head, and
No,
yeah.
I believe that you have given us quite a lot of insights. I think as a IP creator, like mindset wise, as an artist, as a creator in Malaysia, I think we have learned a lot. Definitely, I definitely had learned a lot. And since we have reached the end of today's stream, and for those who
Yay.
also use VRM Avatar, you are in luck. I'm gonna put the link to get this fantastic T-shirt with Monkeydo's art on it. I'm gonna just give you guys another look. See, looks super awesome. I really like it. I'm probably gonna be wearing this pretty often as well. It looks so cool. I feel so stylish. No,
It
normally,
looks really cool.
yeah, and it is such an honor to be able to wear it as well. Thank you so much for allowing us to be able to give this out to all the people here. So I'm gonna put the link over there. It's gonna be time limited, so I'm probably gonna take down the link after a while, but for those who are already here, you can definitely go and download it.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Free gift. Yeah. Oh, but yes, we can see that a lot of the viewer actually learned a lot today as well, including me. I feel like the word that I'm bringing home today is don't wake up because of your alarm clock, but wake up for your dream. That is such a motivational quote. I feel. Yeah.
It's so corny. I know.
Corny. Yeah.
It's not corny. It's like very. I don't know, but I really
Yeah.
Treat lecture
as client. I have never thought of this before.
If you're going to art school, treat your lecturer as
your
client.
client.
It's the best way to get through your academic.
Yeah.
Tolerant.
Yeah, Mina, otsukare. Thank you. And otsukare to Jay also. And as usual, if you like what you do, remember to hit the subscribe button, like button, the bell button, and do share and comment. That really helps with the algorithm. And remember to also go to Monkido's page or Jay's pages. Link in the description. Remember to give her that like and follow her works as well. I remember you mentioned that there is gonna be a new T-shirt coming up.
Yeah, I'll have a new range of merchandise coming out, which will be officially released on KLIS. So if you want to get
so it is coming soon. Wait, what is the date for this event? Let me double check.
It's on 5th, 6th, and 7th May.
6 and 7 May. Wow.
Yeah.
Really soon already.
Really soon now. We got like not much time to prepare.
Oh my god.
We work pretty hard.
Yeah.
To create more.
We're in the mid of March already, so it's gonna be pretty close. By the way, Yui's birthday is on May 1st, so I'm also gonna be doing a lot of stuff then. Oh jeez, this is gonna be real close. Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm also preparing quite a good amount of stuff, and yes, as usual, thank you everyone for coming today. And Jay, would you mind saying matahana with me? Which is a combination of matane, which is see you again, and hana is flower. So I'm gonna count down 3, 2, 1. Matahana! Wait. What about you?
Is it my...
Yeah.
Hello?
It's hello. Can you hear? Do you see? One more time. Matahana, Mina. Matahana. Bye bye. Good night. Dear Kochi, have an awesome night, and I will see you all tomorrow for Bramble stream. I do have stream. Tomorrow is Friday, right? Wait, I didn't. Yeah, tomorrow is Friday. Yeah, I do have stream tomorrow. Woo! And Matahana Legend, Matahana Black Cat,
Matahana everyone.
Ito, Tunan, Kamaboko. Everyone have a good sleep and sweet dreams. And I will see you tomorrow. And thank you once again to Jay for being here with us and sharing with us all these nuggets of gold. Yes. Oh, my good chua. Oh, senpai. Lao ta.
Oh. Hello. Bye-bye.
And yes, bye-bye and have a great day, and we will see you again soon. Yeah. And remember to subscribe. No, I'm joking.
Subscribe, like, and share.
Yeah. And remember to go check out Jay's. Oh my gosh, I'm going in circle already. Yeah. Hi, mata na. Mina, oyasumi. Bye bye.